Welcome back to Teck's Talking Shop. I'm Cass, also known as Speedwrench, and today we are talking about impact sockets. Now, we have a couple different examples, and we're going to go through a little tour first, and then we're going to break down what separates an impact socket from a chrome socket, right? And we're going to answer that age-old question. Does chrome get you home?
But this is our new satisfaction. Chip thrill, chip tricks. It seems like the way to live. Who said I should be a big shot? Who said I should take it TikTok? I gotta rest. I'm feeling so good. In me I know it, but I'm misunderstood. Feeling like that, well, they say it's a lie, but I gotta tell ya, gotta live and let die.
So we're covering impact sockets. Now, what do we need to determine here is what distinguishes an impact socket from a chrome socket. Now, an impact socket is typically 50% larger, in the wall than its chrome counterpart. The impact socket is also made from a material called chrome moly. Now, it may also contain some chrome vanadium in it, but primarily it's chrome moly. Chrome moly is a very, I would say, elastic metal, right? It has a little bit of memory to it. You can kind of beat on it, and it's not going to shatter. It's real soft, right? When you get over to your chrome counterpart, this guy's made out of chrome vanadium, right? And typically chrome socket, we call them chrome sockets because they're the chrome color. But this guy's going to be made from something called chrome vanadium, which is a much stronger steel, but it'll shatter a lot easier, right? It's got a lower shear point, right? Where this guy's got a higher shear point. You see less failures with impact sockets than you do with chrome sockets, right? Chrome sockets typically shatter whenever you hammer on them. Now, are you always going to use the right tool for the job when it comes to chrome sockets? No, there's sometimes you just have to use that chrome socket because you have no other choice on the socket to get into the, for fit. Now, is every black finish socket an impact socket? I'm going to tell you, no, it's not. And I have proof. Let's talk about our proof right now. So we have our 32 millimeter snap-on socket. This is chrome moly. We pop over here to our Chinesium 32 millimeter, and it says, what does that say right there? Chrome vanadium, right? And it's black finish. Chrome vanadium. So chrome moly, chrome vanadium. So is this an impact socket? It looks like an impact socket. It smells like an impact socket, but if you were to go and hammer on it and maybe put it in a high torque situation, this guy could shatter in your face. Where this guy right here is probably going to hold up a lot farther. All right, so let's look at some other examples that we have. So we take our two sockets here. We have a 1 inch and a 24 millimeter, and we're going to see the wall thickness here. See, the wall thickness is about double that of its chrome counterpart. We'll just roll over to a couple more, and you can see there and there. Now, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about brands of sockets, right? See, we have a gray pneumatic 18 here, and we'll match it up to our snap-on 18. Now, one of these is 1/2 inch drive, one of these is 3/8 drive. Wall thicknesses look real similar. Similar, not exactly the same, but real similar. Now, different brands matter because you'll have fasteners that will get rounded over time, or they'll lose some of their side to them, and you'll need a different fit on a fastener. So having all one brand of socket may not be the best fit for you as a technician. As a DIYer, you may run into a problem where you're like, man, all of the bolts are 14s except for this one. It's like a 13.5, right? That's why having different brands of sockets makes a difference. Now, we'll take our chrome counterpart, and we'll match it up to our snap-on, and you're just looking at that, and you're like, man, that looks pretty close. Now, I'll tell you this right now. These sockets are the same age. Actually, this is newer, but I bought these at the same time. This snap-on socket has never been replaced. As you can tell, I had this dopey ring on there still covering up the pin. This is an old-school snap-on socket. This is a Matco socket, and this thing is shattered at least, I don't know, 5 times. Maybe more. Maybe 10. Who knows? So there is a big difference between chrome moly and its chrome vanadium counterpart. Now let's swing over here to our 7/16 sockets, and I'm just going to use these three as an example. One of these is a 12 or is 11 millimeter. Now, if we look at it, we have one chrome socket and we have two impact sockets. Now, we're going to take these two right here and we're going to compare them, right? Because the 7/16 and 11 millimeter are real close together as far as size. Now, this is chrome and the wall thickness looks the same. Now, why is that? We're going to flip it over. One's 3/8, one's 1/4 inch. Now, would I hammer on this 7/16 socket with an impact? Nope. Would I hammer on this 11 millimeter with an impact? I don't know. It does say right here that it's chrome moly. You see that CR-MO. So it means it's a strong socket, but it's an expert made socket. I don't have a ton of expert sockets. I will say that I would be cautious when using this socket. Now we'll swing over here to our low profile Astro socket, and it's an 18 millimeter, and we'll bring over this 18 millimeter Mac socket. Now this is a good socket. It's made in the USA right here, this Mac socket. It's 18 millimeter. Now if you look at the wall thickness, it's very similar. The Mac is probably a little thicker than this Astro. Now I wouldn't hammer on this Astro for several reasons. Number one is the size, and number two, even though it's just not made in the USA, right? Does that mean there's steel? Even though it's chrome moly, it fits in the specifications. Is it as strong as this one? I don't know. We'd have to go on that. Now, to finish off, we're going to take my favorite socket. I brought my favorite socket. This is a snap-on 8 millimeters on an extension. Is this an impact socket? No, it is not. Even though it's black, it is not impact. It is not made for impact. It's got a very thin wall. What this is made for is a great socket to take clamps loose and other items that are that size. I love this thing. I use it all the time, but it is not an impact socket. All right, that's my take on impact sockets and impact versus chrome. So to answer that question, does chrome get you home? Technically it does. They all have some kind of chrome in them. So with that said, let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Please follow all our counterparts over at Teck's Talking Shop. And from the Fit Shop, this is Speedwrench on Teck's Talking Shop. Thanks for watching.